Anime fans, One Piece fans, what's good? The answer to that question, of course, is One Piece. One Piece is what's good. Today, I'm just streaming with Z-Boy, as per usual when we stream, and today's topic is how strong was 5-year-old Big Mom? So, we're just gonna get into that. And yeah, so Big Mom, at the age of 5, she basically low diffed all of Elbaf, and so some people are kind of calling Elbaf for trash for that, but I don't really think so. I think that Big Mom was so strong because Dory and Brogy, I think they were like Admiral level, and those two old giants she took out, I think they were probably like high Vice Admiral level, so I don't really think she's trash for that. But how strong do you think she is? Do you think she's like Vice Admiral level, first hand, second hand, the Yonko Commander level? I know some people are saying Admiral level. What do you think?
Hold on. What did you put the link for the stream?
Just in self promos all over Discord.
Right. Okay. So basically, man, I think Big Mom was probably Vice Admiral level when she was younger. Was a lady people and by the way, uh, I think she was sub Vice Admiral level when she was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, because they was trying to have her become an admiral even when she was like 5 years old. So I think that gives us a hint of how strong she was. We don't really know where
Mm-hmm.
she comes from. Some people think she's an experiment. Some people think she's just a large human. Because humans in One Piece are pretty weird. So depending on like wherever she comes from, that would probably give us an answer one day of like why she's so strong, which will probably happen at least by the end of either Elbaf or Wano.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that at the age of 5, I'm kind of thinking she was like first hand or second hand level. Like that, of
Mhm.
course, falls into the range of some vice admirals because vice admirals
Yeah.
can be anywhere from Maynard, who gets like one shot by Bartolomeo, to like
Mhm.
Mamanga or something. I'm kind of thinking she was like maybe firsthand because even if the Giants were weak, taking out like a whole country of giants by yourself because you're throwing a temper tantrum without any combat training or hockey or devil fruit, that's like a super big feat. So I'm kind of thinking she was like first hand level.
The Giants being weak. Um, See, the thing is, this weird with the Giants, right? Because we don't know how strong they are half the time. Because we know back in pre-time skip, what was it? In his lobby, Luffy and them one shot two giants that were apparently super strong. Luffy one shot a Vice Admiral giant too. So I mean, we know giants are strong, stronger than like normal people, like in the real world. But
Yeah.
uh, I would say a single giant's probably like as strong as like hmm. I'd say a single giant's probably stronger than Arlong. Uh,
Yeah, I'd say that. I'd say that.
at least like one giant probably equals like what, like three Arlongs maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know. I
Maybe
don't
even
know.
like
I don't know how many Arlongs. How many Arlongs does it take
yeah.
to screw? How many Arlongs does it take to screw in a light bulb? I don't know. But
Yeah. But one giant, like one base giant, I'd probably say like a cipher pole agent could probably take out a giant pretty easily because it's
of
hard to see
course.
where Luffy's enemies grew because like you went straight from like Wapole, a giant would destroy Wapole, like straight to Crocodile. So it was like kind of hard to see. It would be somewhere in between Wapole, definitely stronger than Wapole, but definitely weaker than Crocodile. Yeah, I'd probably say like 4 Arlongs if we're using Arlong as a measurement. But the Giants can get really strong because like we'd be seeing Dory and Brogy. We couldn't measure their strength against anyone else because they only fought each other. But they were saying that the only thing the spear of Elbaf couldn't take out was like the giant red serpent. And I know some people think it's Kaido, some people don't think it's Kaido. I kind of think it's Kaido because of some of the evidence that they may have been the rocks, or not them, but their crew may have been the rocks after they stayed on the island or something. So I kind of think that they're like Admiral level, those two. So if the Giants can get that strong and stronger, Big Mom taking out the whole island of all the up and coming and older giants, I think she had to have at least been first-hand level. And as for her origins, I'm kind of thinking experiment because that would just kind of be weird.
First hand level at 5.
Well, yeah, because like she'd be taking out a whole country by herself, and I'm kind of thinking it was because she was an experiment. Because if we saw her parents, she was like what 5 times bigger than her dad, and her mom was shorter than her dad. Like, there's no way her mom could have delivered that, right? So
Yeah,
she's
that's
got to be like,
ridiculous.
she's
Like,
got to
oh
be
my
like,
god,
I know.
like that's strange, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
Man.
she got to be an experiment of some kind.
We know Dory and Brogy are ridiculously strong for giants though, because
Right.
giants aren't usually like Moria, not Moria, Greek. I'm tripping. Ors and Ors Junior. They're pretty strong for giants, and a lot of giants aren't that strong.
Right.
Um,
Like,
oh, Dogen Brogy was definitely way stronger than all the Straw Hats back then. I think they were stronger than all the pre-time skip Straw Hats. People could argue
mhm.
that, but I mean, they weren't they like? Didn't they like stop like a fish like bigger than an island or something?
They one shot a fish bigger than an island. Because remember, Usopp was saying that there was a giant goldfish when he was lying to Kaya that pooped out that its Manura was so big they thought it was an island. Well,
Yeah,
that goldfish was a giant goldfish bigger than an island whose poop
yeah,
looked like an island, and they like one shot that thing. Because the thing is, even if you argue the fish scales like it wasn't tough, a fish as big as an island, even if you were able to puncture it, like one attack usually wouldn't be big enough to kill the whole fish. But they
yeah,
just took out basically destroyed an island in like one shot. Because Luffy can destroy islands and stuff, like he can destroy dirt, but at least pre-time skip, he couldn't necessarily just have an attack big enough to take out a whole island. So that fish was equal to an island. So they basically are island busters. And there aren't a lot of island busters in One Piece if you look at it.
yeah. I mean, I think it is. Not a lot of them, but I'm about to see if I can get a young nigga up in here. I don't know if you know who that is, but yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good power scaler because I'm trying to think. I'm about to go into some OD power scaling with this fish because, okay, this sounds weird, but we know fish, like their skin is not as durable as a human skin's, right?
Right.
So even if the fish was island level, is that really an island level feat that they took it out?
Yeah, because I'm not saying that the attack puncturing the fish was a big feat. Like Luffy could have punched through the fish, but the attack was big enough to destroy an island. Because
Huh.
like Luffy and Arlong, they can puncture dirt, right? But they can't just go finna destroy Orange Town and the whole island Orange Town is on, right? But they can get through the dirt. They can't destroy the whole island. Dorian Brogy's
Uh-huh.
attack was big enough to destroy the whole island. And also we know that was a Yonko level attack because Big Mom was using that against the Straw Hats. And Big Mom wouldn't use an attack that wasn't worthy of her, right? No Yonko really would.
You're right, right.
So that's why I'm saying that's like an island level feat.
It's cities plus at least. So
Yeah.
okay, so them old people, I'm not sure they was as strong as Dorga and Brogy. They could have easily got weaker as they got older. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, Big Mom as a kid, 5 years old, at least city level. I guess. Nah, hold on. How much was her bounty?
This is the thing. Like Gear 5 said this. I said this in my other Dorian Brogy video. This is not from my brain. This is from Gear 5's brain. He's really a smart guy, but he was saying that the bounties were 100 million. But remember,
I'm talking about
it
Big
was from
Mom. I'm talking
100.
about Big Mom. I'm not talking
Oh,
Dorga
Big
and
Mom,
Brogy.
not
Yeah,
not part.
that's Big Mom. My
Bro,
bad.
Big Mom's bounty. Yeah, like we don't know her bounty, but
Hold on, I'm
we
gonna look
know
it
that
up.
it's over 2 billion from that article that came out saying that Shank's bounty is the highest among the Yonko, but it said all of them have a post 2 billion bounty. But I'm kind of thinking her bounty's in the 3 billions.
I'm trying to see her bounty as a kid. I
Oh,
meant.
as a kid, oh, her kid bounty was 500 million.
Okay, 500 million.
Yeah,
Um, 500 million. 500 million.
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
and she was 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She's yeah, okay, yeah, she's city level, yeah. Because
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
Luffy
go on.
split a city in half with his Gear 4 attack. So she was like she was city level. I can see that. If
Yeah,
it
she
was
was at
500 mil.
5. So she was like at least city level, which is like Luffy's biggest attack we've seen was about. Some people say it was island level, but I'm not thinking it's island level
It wasn't
because he
island.
didn't split the island in half. He just created a big crater. So that's like city level. And Big Mom was 500 million belly, and she'd be doing stuff like that at 5. So that's why I'm saying she gotta at least be, not at least, but she gotta be like first commander level if she's gonna take out a whole city of giants and get a bounty of 500 million belly when she has only been on this earth for 5 years. Or not this earth, that earth.
Since it's about Big Mom, I don't want to go too out of topic, but you don't think Katakuri is like stronger than city level?
Well, Katakuri, that's the thing, because there are some guys like Busters, and then there are the more how do you say
Like
this?
I forgot what it is, but it's like contained
Yeah,
force, like Sasuke Shidori. We don't see it like blowing up stuff like Naruto's Rasengan, but we
yeah,
know
but
it's
it can
that
take
strong.
out stuff.
Yeah, it's striking power, I guess.
Right. Like Katakuri seems like more like that. Like Luffy got striking power and he's been able to destroy cities, but Katakuri doesn't play like that. He can destroy individual guys, but we haven't really seen any. He doesn't need a huge blowing up attack because he can just take out everyone individually in a short amount of time unless they're super strong.
Maybe Katakuri is on city level because I found it hard to okay, it was about 5 punches. Maybe Katakuri's durability just wasn't that good. We're not gonna go back into that fight too much, but we know
Yeah,
that last punch Luffy gave took him out.
right?
And that little punch, I mean, I know it was strong, but was it really city level? Was it really King Kong level?
Yep.
That punch, that last punch he gave Katakuri was King Kong level.
Well, yeah, my understanding they never actually said so, but my understanding was that it was like a contained King Kong gun. That's what it kind of seemed like.
I guess I can go with that. Yeah, yeah, okay. So yeah,
And yeah, go on.
she was a little weaker than Katakuri. She was weaker than Katakuri. Probably Paris Sparrow was like 700 mil. Um, so she was about a little weaker than Paris Sparrow as a 5-year-old.
Hold up a sec, because a guy in the comments, second Kaizoku, by the way, check out his channel. He's got some great content on that. He's saying that her bounty was 550 million when she was 5 and 500 million when she was 15. I got to check that.
Dang, the Giants really are weak then. Or
Yeah,
maybe it
because
was
I'm
just
not sure. I got to check this because that's not what I remembered.
or maybe it was because it was just her first bounty. That's why it wasn't.
Oh, yeah. He's right. So we kind of got to consider, because if you think about it though, Luffy's bounty, when he got his first bounty was 30 million, and we all thought that was big, but that was,
What
because it was his first bounty. Like,
Usopp's first bounty wasn't his 30 million?
yeah. So
Okay.
I'm not sure. Now I got to rethink this because he was right. Thanks for pointing that out,
Wow,
second
the
Kazoku.
Giants
But
suck. If
yeah,
if unless we're gonna use the justification, it was just her first bounty, so that's why it wasn't crazy. Because if she really was only 50 bounty level strength, Jesus Christ, the Giants suck, man.
yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. That's the game changer. So now we got to finna think this through because now my whole argument has kind of been thrown at rice. Like Big Mom, she's been taking out a whole village of giants. Even though I guess they didn't necessarily see that, because is her bounty for? We got to think this through out Mother Carmel and all those children, or for destroying the village. By the time the world government finna got to Elbath, it was already rebuilt, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Carmel might have mentioned it, but I don't think she would necessarily be. She would probably mention it to them, but since like they didn't see it and it wasn't on news, I'm not sure she would have gotten as high of a bounty. Even though I might be reaching a bit, that seems to make sense to me.
It was
What do you
funny
think?
though that people are like, people are now like answering back after the stream had started.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm about to send out a link to somebody. Just keep talking. That's a whole
Yeah. So
game
like,
changer. 50, if it's only 50, yeah, that's a whole it's a whole
yeah,
different story.
but I'm thinking like did Mother Carmel mention? Because the government, like, they weren't there to see it, and when they actually got there, Mother Carmel was kind of just telling them stuff at the shore. But once they like actually got there, Elbaf was already rebuilt and stuff. And I know we technically don't even know if Big Mom ate them because they kind of just disappeared. That's just kind of what people think, but
right.
We don't actually know. So, like, her bounty. I feel like her bounty might be more related to the orphanage than the destruction of Elbaf. Because I don't care if they're weak. If Big Mom went and raised Alabasta by herself at 5 years old, she would have definitely gotten a bounty of over 50 million.
Yeah, that's what I said. If we want to use into account is just the first bounty, and we know the first bounties are like extremely low. Not really extreme. Okay, and then bounties.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, my bad. Bounties. Okay, we can't use bounties for everything, of course, but we can use them to some level of strength, some level of where someone is. A lot of times, even though not always, because Chomper, his bounty should be at least like 80 million, something like that. So yeah.
Yeah, because like if we're thinking about this, it doesn't even make sense. Because whether they be giants or not, if Big Mom went to Dressrosa before Doflamingo was there, like before any of those strong pirates were there, or Alabasta for that matter, and she just destroyed the whole country by herself, she would have get a bounty for like at least 100. And
would she though?
Well, yeah,
Luffy got it because he defeated Crocodile.
But at least for the danger factor, think about it. If someone destroys the whole country, not even just their strength, it would be for her. Yeah, it would be for her dangerous. Because if somebody's a psychotic murderer, even if they're not super strong, if they be going around killing people, they'll have a higher bounty. So if she destroyed a whole country by herself, she still should have gotten a higher bounty for her danger factor, even if she wasn't that strong.
Well, maybe they don't know that she did it to the Giants. Maybe it was the stuff afterwards that she did when
Yeah, I'm thinking that's gotta be it. Because that doesn't really make sense, just logically. Oh, sup, Sophist?
What's going on?
Oh, you good, bro?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm listening though, but I'll jump in a second. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, we good.
Hey man,
so
you're doing good.
We just be discussing this like Big Mom's bounty being 50 million belly doesn't make logical sense just with the whole world of One Piece. Because Eustace Kid, like part of his bounty was for killing innocents. If you be going and killing a whole country of innocent giants, your bounty would be higher. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking it's gotta have been partly what happened after.
I don't think they know she took out the Giants.
Yeah,
I don't think no one knows.
Yeah, I'm not thinking they knew about it. Because that really doesn't make sense at all.
Unless the Giants just suck, you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure they just suck though, because like the Giants were getting a lot of hype. You know what I'm saying? I don't think because Dory and Brokey were like way stronger than the rest of them. But like my guy Hydrodine, even though Luffy one-shot him, like no one else with like 200 million belly bounties was one-shot him. And we know even though Luffy's bounty was 400 million, he was like stronger than 400 million, right? So
absolutely,
he was like
100%.
So if we're taking that into account, really the people we've seen destroy giants are like people, abnormally strong people. So like if you notice, like who else was in that block with Luffy?
I mean,
like you got like the other strong people in the block weren't taking out Hydrodine like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to touch on to that, as far as fighting giants or just big shit in general goes in One Piece, I'm pretty sure if you're not at least like, if we're talking like pre-time skip, or if you're not like around the monster trios level, you're not fucking with a giant. Because Luffy's on side, you would handle giants easily, but nobody else was.
Right. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Big Mom, despite that, Big Mom taking out a whole country of giants. Like I feel like that bounty may have. I don't get how that only warrants a 50 million belly bounty. So I'm kind of thinking that wasn't taken into the account of her bounty because they didn't really know.
Yeah, I think.
And also,
it could be possible they had no idea.
Right, and also. Mother Carmel, like Big Mom was her biggest prize, so maybe she kind of thought that they might try and terminate Big Mom for being too dangerous to sell.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been it, but that's kind of just reaching, so forget that.
Right.
But still, how strong do you think Big Mom was when she was 5? Since she'd been taking out a whole country of giants.
Admiral.
Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking she's first-hand level because we haven't been really seeing many
Or at least
giants.
somewhere around it. Well, let me rephrase that. I don't mean could Big Mom beat an admiral as a 5-year-old. No, absolutely fuck no. She couldn't beat anybody. Like anybody worth their salt because fighting is more than just how strong you are. It's, it's technique. It's I have haki, you don't, this, that, and the third. But the point is, just the raw strength she possessed was fucking terrifying.
Right, because that's another thing I was saying. When she'd been taking out this whole country of giants, she had no hockey, no fight, no combat training, and no devil fruit. This was just her brute strength and probably the iron skin. That was all it was. So that makes it all the more impressive.
Yeah. I mean, that's just it's the difference between it would be like like some big dude taking out a cage full of MMA fighters just because he's just big as fuck. You know what I mean? Not that he could fight better than them. It's just like
right.
It's just ridiculous. Yeah. That's it. I mean, she probably was at least. I think she was as strong as Paris Barrow.
Paris Barrow. I don't know about Paris Barrow. Just because streams never actually stay on topic, so I'm just gonna go on a very side deviation here just for a little bit. Paris Barrow, I'm probably thinking he's like second-hand level, so I think she was probably stronger than that.
I would agree with that. Honestly, and not just Paris Barrow, but as far as Oven, Daifuku, and Paris Barrow go, like the 3 oldest sons besides Katakuri, I'm pretty sure they're all stronger than the current commanders outside of Katakuri. Like I don't see how the hell people assume Cracker and Smoothie would top their older brothers when they've have so much more battle experience than them.
Well, I think it's because of how they're promoted. Because of course, strength just doesn't always factor into a commander. But if you think about it, Luffy's been a pirate for 2 years, and before he was just base Luffy with the Gamu Gamu thing. And in 2 years, even though he did have the training of Rayleigh, he's like first-hand level, and those 4 did have the training of Big Mom, even if Luffy had the training of Rayleigh.
Is Luffy first-hand level though?
Well,
I really don't think he is.
Like
I would say Luffy can probably contend with commanders, but to say that he's on the level of the first hand, he got his ass whipped way too bad by Katakuri for me to say he's first level.
Well, the reason I say that is because Katakuri fight aside, he couldn't use the future sight on Will. Like he'd try and it would sometimes just happen. But at Udon, he showed that he can use it on sight now. So that means in terms of future sight, they're on the same level. And if you see Snake Man and stuff, the problem was the time limit. And Snake Man, even if it took Luffy a while to bring it out and he had to run away before that, Snake Man was kind of on
level. I agree with that. No, I mean, here's what I'm saying with that. As far as Luffy's max output is concerned, I feel like he's Admiral level. That's max output. I'm talking like Bounce Man, Snake Man, etc. Because Luffy can dramatically jump tiers. I mean, he went from getting handled by Doflamingo to completely handling Doflamingo simply because he went into Gear Forward. But I mean, as a whole, that Luffy can do that for 10 minutes. So I'm not really putting too much salt on that. I'm talking about as a whole, like Luffy as he is now. I don't think he's anywhere near Admiral or commander, but he can totally fight them. I'm not saying he can't keep up with them.
I can accept that, but the problem is the time limit. Without the time limit, it would be a whole different story.
I mean, Luffy hit Doflamingo so hard without even touching. Luffy's fist never touched Dressrosa and it's split in half. I was like, oh shit,
across the city. Yeah, Luffy with determination, without the time limit.
Gear 4 has no time limit. Luffy becomes one of the strongest fighters in One Piece. The second Gear 4 stops having the time limit, that's a wrap.
Full on determination. I need to do this. Just having known the enemy's abilities after fighting him a bunch of times. Yeah, Luffy could take on the Admiral. Yeah, he's Admiral level. Yeah, then.
Because I'm kind of thinking like with the future sight and just Gear 7, not Gear 7, Gear 2nd. I meant. He's pretty strong. He'd be like probably, I don't know how strong he'd be with that because the future sight, really does change a lot of stuff because he's basically being like Katakuri because he's just seeing what you do before you do it and dodging it. But Katakuri's like faster than Gear Second, so we can kind of assume the rest of the first commanders are probably faster than Gear Second.
Doflamingo was faster than Gear Second too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gear Second
Sanji's
is
faster than
kind
Gear
of
Second as well.
for fodder now.
Low key, I mean, I think Sanji is as strong
Sanji's
as Gear
dramatically
Second.
faster than Gears. No, I mean, Sanji's faster than Gear Second. Sanji's the fastest Straw Hat. Like I can't even. I shouldn't even be debated. I mean, if Sanji can move that fast underwater, his speed on land is just,
right.
Unless it's Gear 4 Luffy, then I don't think Sanji's definitely not as fast. But otherwise, you could argue he is fast.
No, I mean, you gotta. I mean, Sanji has a lot of speed feats, dude. But like, even just if you go back to even before, like Whole Cake, before he had that one ridiculous speed feat, like Brook and Nami and them when Doflamingo went to attack them, Sanji was on the other side of the country. So that's incredible observation.
Oh yeah.
But then he went from he used his observation, realized Doflamingo was about to attack the ship, and then within a matter of seconds went to the other side of the country.
You think when do you think Big Mom developed hockey? Like age 15 maybe?
Yeah, because like Streusen, I don't know how strong he is, but he kind of mentored Big Mom. So if he's mentored her into the monster she is now, Streusen probably pretty strong. So I feel like Streusen was probably started teaching Big Mom like as soon as he got a hold of her. But like speaking of Big Mom, bringing it back to Big Mom, how well do you think Big Mom at 5 would handle Gear 4th? Because like she's basically just iron skin and brute strength.
That's an interesting question because I think like Luffy would totally smash Big Mom outside. If you're talking like Luffy as he is as a 19-year-old with Gear 4th, when it comes to fighting, there's no way in hell Lennon's gonna beat him. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I think she has the strength to contend with him. But Luffy should just be so dramatically better fighter than she is. It would be like
right because
I think Gear 4 is stronger than Big Mom is. Not by like not like in the difference of like Crocodile and like Buggy, but maybe like shoot, trying to think.
Man, Buggy's the strongest person in the world. You see all the
not
stuff he
spoiling because Z-Boy ain't been caught up in the manga, but like 5-year-old Big Mom would be what Big Mom had been doing in the recent chapters, but with just less experience. But not wanting to spoil Z-Boy, that's all I'm gonna say.
That sounds like
so.
Bad.
I feel like
I guess I can see. No, I see what he's saying because like in the recent chapter, Big Mom was doing some things. How the hell can I say this without really? And long story short, I think what he's saying is not so much that 5-year-old Big Mom will be similar in concept into what we're getting with Big Mom right now. Even though Big Mom, of course, being older, is stronger than she is when she's a 5-year-old. But in concept as to what's happening right now, that'll be very similar to what she was as a child. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. I dare somebody go smack a bear and kill it.
Right.
Like you're not doing it.
Right.
Yeah, she did crazy stuff by accident. Yeah.
Like it was a whole. I'm not even talking anything. Like it was a whole bear. Shotguns can't kill bears.
Right.
Dang, yeah. She tapped it too hard. She didn't even mean to. It was like a giant bear too. It was a pretty tall bear.
Yeah,
because she was a big ass kid.
Right.
Oh yeah. Earlier, so we was basically going to like some super OD level power scaling.
I love power scaling.
The Tachi boys, is Goku universal level type stuff, right? We was talking about we was talking about Dory and Brogy, and then we was trying to relate them to the Giants, and then we were trying to relate them to Big Mom.
Right.
And so, how strong was that goldfish? Was that really island level attack? Because goldfish aren't all that terrible, anyways. What's up, Blue?
Wait, what goldfish? What'd you say?
So remember Dory and Brogy when the Straw Hats were leaving? Remember that big as an island goldfish that was as big as islands, like the one Usopp lied about that turned out to be true. Dory and Brogy took it out in one shot. So I was saying that's an island level attack not because they tore through the goldfish. Like Luffy in Gear Second, or maybe even in base form, could puncture the goldfish scales, the fact that it was an attack big enough to destroy the whole goldfish, and like we've been seeing Big Mom use Spear of Elbaf as well, so we know Spear of Elbaf can tear through rocks and dirt just as it can tear through the goldfish. So I'm saying because it was that big to take out the whole fish, it would be big enough to take out the whole island. So I'm saying that.
Well, here's the thing with that. That's a weird one because when it comes to attacks, there's typically two principles. There's the area of the effect, and then there's the potency of the attack. Right. So that attack definitely had an area of effect that's most certainly multi-island level plus. Like it took out that whole fucking goldfish. But like as for how potent it is, I wouldn't be able to. I can't tell unless I know how durable that goldfish was.
Right. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, we know that Big Mom, she used that same attack, so we know it's Yonko level attack. Like, Big Mom's not going to be using a Gear Second level attack when she's a Yonko. So, like, the fact that she's been using that and just doing that whole Spear of Elbaf stuff, that means it was at least a low-level Yonko attack.
Potentially, but that depends because you're speaking of Elbaf Spear, right? Like, we know Elbaf Spear, or that's an incredible fucking attack, but I wouldn't go as far as to say anybody who could use Elbaf Spear is dishing out Yonko level power. I think it's I don't think it's cut and dry. I think it's
Well, I mean, it was Yonko level attack. I'm not saying that the Yonko level, because if you think about it, King Kong gun, like that could be like a mid or low level Yonko attack that somebody might use, right? So if like you're dealing with someone like say Luffy was dealing with because that's like his strongest attack right now. But if he was dealing with someone like Crocodile, like from the relation from Crocodile to him, if he was the Yonko level, and then somebody was like as strong as Crocodile is to him right now, like he might potentially use something like King Kong gun or something. Maybe not, but I'm trying to say that King Kong gun was a Yonko level attack, but Luffy's not Yonko level. So I was saying that
because I think King Kong gun is definitely up there. It's most certainly I don't know if I would say it's comparable to what a Yonko could dish out, even if in a lower level, because I mean if I had to think about that, I've seen what Yonkos do, and when like just off Whitebeard and Big Mom alone. Crazy. Like just off Whitebeard and Big Mom alone, Yonkos look like natural disasters when they fight. Like they just look like they're throwing hurricanes at you. Like their attacks cover such a large range and hit so hard they just move everything out their fucking way, pretty much. Like
right.
As far as King Kong guns, it's definitely I would put Luffy strong enough to contend with an Admiral, probably 1-on-1. And we know Admirals can kind of contend with Yonkos, but I don't think necessarily. I'll put it to you this way: if an Admiral probably can definitely contend with Yonko, but it would take at least 2 Admirals to beat a Yonko, in my mind. You know what I mean?
Well, not all Admirals are created equal. So, like, if you look at a guy like Sakazuki, like, Whitebeard was enraged. And remember, Oda said that when Whitebeard is enraged, when his sons are hurt, he gets more powerful. So, like, Whitebeard was as mad as can be, and he'd been smashing Akainu into the bedrock, and then Akainu just, like, got up, and he shook it off and kept fighting. But then if Whitebeard did that to Fujitora, I think Fujitora would be much more messed up than Akainu was. So like I think Akainu was like stronger than most of the other admirals. Like so it like depends what admiral are you talking about. Are you talking like Sakazuki? Or are you talking like Fujitora?
I'm trying to understand where you get that assessment from, because outside of Sakazuki, we haven't seen any admiral take sustainable damage.
That's true.
We haven't seen it, so we have no idea what the durability is like. We've seen what they can do. We've seen they can fuck shit up, but Sakazuki is really the only admiral we've really seen take solid hits.
Yeah, but
that was by a Yonko.
Oda implied that he was stronger than the other admirals, and I didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, you could be stronger, but like Luffy's stronger than Zoro, but Zoro could take more of a beating than Luffy.
Could he though? Not really.
Oh yeah, 100%, I mean, because Zoro's not made. You gotta understand, Zoro's not made of rubber.
Back in Driller Bark, he could. Back in Driller Bark.
No, I just mean like I'm saying like I'm talking about in general. Like Luffy, like since the fact that he's made of rubber, that helps him out like a lot. Zoro's not made of rubber.
Yeah, but
So,
like,
you know what, Luffy, like,
no, hold on. You can't take away rubber from him though. You can't.
No,
you can't,
I'm not taking or adding anything. I'm just saying you can't deny he's made of rubber, so that just helps him a lot in terms of durability. That's like the only point I'm making is, or you compare Usopp can take more of a beating than Zoro and Luffy. The only reason I say that is because look at what Usopp can endure. He pre-time skip. Zoro and Luffy are physical specimens. All right, if they get their ass up and get up, you're not surprised. Usopp was a fucking weakling, and he just kept taking beatings. So what I'm saying is, on that same, in comparison, on that same level, Luffy is made of rubber. That helps him no matter how you want to look at it. The fact that Zoro's not made of rubber means he can take, like, he's just, his will is just on a different level.
Well,
because he's straight flesh. He's straight flesh, and he's getting sliced up, cut, his stomach drilled open, throat slit, crushed under buildings. He's straight flesh. You can't even crush Luffy.
I think that might be a little bit invalid because
that's factual. Rubber. What do you mean? You literally can't crush Luffy.
Well, not. So I'm not saying
what I'm saying is, if you drop a building on Luffy and you drop a building on Zoro, Zoro feels it, Luffy doesn't.
So I got a question.
But Luffy was never nothing but rubber. So, like, Garb, if Luffy never ate the Gamu Gamu no Mu,
that's not what I'm saying. That's irrelevant to what I'm saying. If you drop a building on Zoro and you drop a building on Luffy, Zoro feels it, Luffy doesn't.
That's fair. So, Zboy, what were you saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, rubber helps Luffy out no matter how you want to slice it. Him being rubber helps him out. Thusly, Zoro can take one hell of a fucking beating.
Yeah, I was saying, you think a 5-year-old Big Mom's Elbaf Spear is taking out Gear 2nd Luffy or taking out Zoro?
Any Elbaf Spear is taking out Luffy. Any Elbaf Spear? What? That attack is wiping islands out the way.
5-year-old Big Mom?
Well, that's definitely.
Hold on, wait. Well, 5-year-old Big Mom. Well, see, Elbaf Spear is. It's a technique, so like she wouldn't even know how to use it. But like,
she wouldn't be able to use it.
Hypothetically, or have it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If she could use it, she already still has the same insane raw strength of 5-year-old Big Mom. So Elbaf Spear would hit like a fucking truck. So it's gonna take.
Big Mom is taking out Luffy with the Elbaf Spear. You think for real?
If she could do it, get it? I'm saying she's already strong. So if she could use the technique, and we're talking pre-time skip Luffy, got hit by
Gear 2nd Luffy. Just Gear 2nd Luffy.
Yes, because the reason I say yes is because remember, Elbaf Spear isn't brute damage. Elbaf Spear is a flying sword attack, and we know swords cut Luffy's rubber.
My bad. Yeah, that's right.
It's a sword attack, so if it's Gear 2nd Luffy, it definitely takes him out, not because it's so insanely powerful, and it is a sword attack.
Yeah, that's right. Well, but what if he uses the balloon?
Well, like, I don't. Well, we know what. Hockey. That's one thing I don't like about that is I don't like people bringing up that sword argument against Luffy as if it's some kind of weakness for him, because I get that he's susceptible to bladed attacks, but he's not any more like it's kind of similar to say getting cut is Luffy's weakness, because motherfucker, anybody can get cut.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not saying it's his weakness, but I mean cuts are the only thing that his rubber doesn't defend him against. So I'm saying Elbaf Spear coming at Luffy, it's like Elbaf Spear coming at Zoro or Usopp.
That's actually,
no, you're right about that. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it will work as much on him as it will work on anybody. It's not. It won't work more on him because he's made of rubber. It's just like he has no special defense against it. It's like in the same sense when people say Superman is weak to magic. Well, no. His weakness is kryptonite. It's just Superman has no special defense against magic. He's not weak to it. Like, magic doesn't work on Superman more than it does on Batman. It just works on him.
That's a good point. But actually, didn't Cracker have a blade attack, and then when Luffy used a Tank Man, he just sent him flying. It didn't pierce through him.
Right.
Luffy has fought even before that. Pre-time skip, Luffy has showed. I'm pretty sure Oda did this on purpose. Pretty much Buggy used knives. Kuro had blades. Don Krieg had all sorts of blades and guns. Arlong had sharp teeth. Crocodile had a hook. Lucci had fucking finger pistol nails and blade kicks. Oda has constantly. Inaru had a transforming golden weapon that can cut him. Oda has constantly put Luffy against people that can cut him. So that's to show it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
So is Zoro getting taken out by a 5-year-old Big Mom's elbow?
Yeah, and yes, because 5-year-old Big Mom. Okay, hold on. We're talking pre-time skip or post-time skip, Zoro or Luffy?
Well, post-time skip. The reason that the blades don't cut him when he was using Tank Man is because Haki just goes him against blades. If Zoro puts Haki on his arm and someone tries to cut the sword, if their Haki isn't stronger than Zoro, it's not cutting
They're
him.
not cutting
Same
him.
with Luffy.
It's not cutting him. Yeah, same with anybody. Yeah, same. It's Haki in general. But what I'm saying is the reason why I say like if we're talking pre-time skip, most certainly, absolutely, definitely. Talking post-time skip, I'm not sure. But what I'm saying is Big Mom as a 5-year-old is already insanely powerful. Like without any training or anything. So if she was able to get trained to use a technique like Elbaf Spear, which can blow giant land masses out the way, I don't see why it wouldn't hurt Luffy. It's insane to think it would.
I mean, 5-year-old Big Mama Haki is disgusting. Or with the Elbaf Spear.
Let's say theoretically, 5-year-old Big Mom had the soul fruit and she had Napoleon and then she did an Elbaf Spear. Then that means that all that power inside her is being channeled into the point of that sword and being thrown at Luffy.
Yeah, Luffy's dead.
Yeah, so
without plot armor, he's dead. Yeah.
Well, Luffy gets the problem with power scaling stuff is identifying what's plot holes, what's plot armor, and what's not. But yeah, that was valid. That was valid.
Yeah, no. Like I said, that's not necessarily. That's a technique. You know what I mean? No matter how strong she is, 5-year-old Big Mom's not about to run up and smack Luffy and hit him because he's made of rubber. So I mean, she'll do it, but he won't feel it in the slightest because she doesn't have Haki. Now, if she was to fucking throw a flying sword at him, that's a different story.
Yeah, be like, stand back and he's dead.
And especially that same technique was by the time Big Mom was on very little. By the time Big Mom was 15, she was already fucking shit up, wasn't she?
No, by the time she was 15, she'd been having a bounty of 500. She got I remember now. I'm 99% certain she got the bounty of 500 million at 8 years old, which is still very impressive. And then by the time she was 15, she was like walking around with the Big Mom pirates and Strucin, kind of pulling her strings, kind of not. But she was very strong when she was 15, right? So I think she definitely...
Here's the thing. You gotta understand about that as well, too. Like, Big Mom, up until that point, that means... You gotta understand what that means. Like, if they was giving her bounties like that, and she was... Because we saw what she was doing when she was going around from island to island, basically creating Tataland, right? That means everywhere she went, as a 15-something-year-old, she never got stopped by anybody.
Right. Like, that's what Braga was saying when he said she's the most impressive Yonko, like, doing all that stuff when she's so young. I agree with that. Like, Big Mom is my favorite Yonko,
right now, I love Lennon, though. Right now, like, if you go back and look at Whole Cake, the shit she was doing, it just, like, she's a walking force of nature. Like,
yeah, Big Mom is as strong as the other Yonko. I've said that many times. Like, people seem to think that she's weaker than the rest, but, like, her feats are surpassed anyone else's. Because, like, even if you look at... Yes, even if you look at Kaido's feats, like, I made a video, like, when I first started this channel, that I think mostly disproved it. Like, you know how people keep bringing up the fact that Kaido fell 10,000 feet? I'm like, that's kind of invalid, because that's just because that's Kaido's specific strength. If you're throwing Shanks from 10,000 feet, he's probably not gonna tank it. He's gonna survive that by, like, floating or something, or like using Haki, but he's not gonna just tank it.
Well, Eric, you're 100% right. Like, I mean, people got to realize different Yonkos do different. Like, for example, you can't shoot Big Mom. You can't. Like it won't. It won't work. But at the same time, but she's still incredibly powerful. But at the same time, Squatter was able to stab Whitebeard because Whitebeard has no super strong, impenetrable defense. You know what I mean? So different Yonkos have different strengths and different weaknesses. Shank's got his arm ripped off by a Sea King. That doesn't mean he couldn't have bodied that Sea King's ass. It means his skin is not super indestructible.
And we don't even know that Big Mom, as I know, couldn't survive a 10,000 feet fall, because if you look at Kaido and Big Mom, they're the two most similar Yonkos in comparison to their physical traits. I think Kaido's physically stronger and stuff, but it's not like he's much. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think Big Mom has more versatility. I think Big Mom has more versatility, while Kaido's just like physically stronger.
Yeah, because Kaido and Luffy are like really similar. They're both just like, because Big Mom, I know she's been making a lot of mistakes lately, but she was kind of portrayed to be pretty smart. But like Kaido and Luffy, they're kind of just not super smart, but their raw power is just like surpassing like all of their obstacles.
I mean, not only that, I remember that what was it? It wasn't his introduction scene, but it was another scene with Kaido when somebody brought him Luffy and Law's Wanted poster, and he smacked dude. And then the next panel, Kaido hit that dude so fucking far away. Like, he team rocketed him, basically. Like, I was like, damn.
Right.
It was a
I'm surprised he didn't evaporate.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that was just a normal, casual swing. Kaido was like, get the fuck out of my face. He swung his up, and the dude literally got team rocketed to, like, wherever the fuck he landed.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. So, like, Big Mom, she's got that brute strength, not as much as Kaido. She seems to actually be one of the if not the most versatile, because if you look at the other Yonkos, like Blackbeard, we don't know much about his hockey, but his main strength as of now, and what it looks like, is those two overpowered Devil Fruit strength's main power seems to be his hockey power, seems to be like his brute strength and like just physical, just monstrous abilities. Big Mom's like got that hockee, she's got the Devil Fruit, and she's got the physical brute strength.
Well, if you want my opinion, I understand. I know technically speaking, yes, Whitebeard or Blackbeard now has like the strongest paramecia in terms of just pure destructive output. Yeah, it's clearly the strongest, most powerful paramecia. But I would argue Big Mom, if she's not number one, she's definitely number two in terms of paramecia, because her fruit's so versatile. It does so much. Now it's kind of like Moria's in a sense where, like, if Moria doesn't have shadows, he can't do much, right? So like if Big Mom doesn't have souls, she can't do much with her Devil Fruit, but she's already collected an army of souls. And she spent her whole life putting her souls in everything, to the point where now she's a walking natural, like, dude, she followed these niggas with a tidal wave and shit. I'm just like, bro,
I know, right?
Yo, that panel was crazy.
So I'm saying, like, Big Mom, this is like slightly headcanon, but I'm kind of thinking, you know how she has Zeus and Prometheus, and she like blasting people with them? Right. But I'm thinking, because of course she can absorb her souls back. So I'm thinking, what if she absorbed Zeus and Prometheus into her, even though she doesn't have Zeus anymore, but also like what the fire and the lightning also were absorbed into her, and then she'd like be able to basically be like some like literal Mother Nature incarnated.
Ooh, that's nasty.
I don't think that would do it that way, because like I think Big Mom's ability is known to her to bring inanimate objects to life, right? Or not necessarily inanimate, but like bring objects or even like plants and stuff to life. I'm not sure, like in a sense where, like if she removes the soul from it, I don't think she's gonna gain whatever attributes that thing has. I think she's
not remove the soul necessarily. Like, you know how Zeus, you know how Prometheus was in her hair and stuff. Like, I'm thinking if she could also like make Zeus and Prometheus part of her body and be able to like.
Oh well, yeah, she can wear and use them. That's what she was doing. Like she rides them and she wears them.
But like on a higher level than that, because of course Big Mom's gonna be like, if she's fighting Kaido, she's not just
talking about like a healthy Big Mom with all the abilities that she had combined together, basically when she was like hungry. That's what you mean?
Oh yeah, kind of. But like I'm saying, if she's fighting Kaido, like I'm not a Kaido fanboy. Yeah, I think he's very overrated by some people, but just like looking at it logically, if Big Mom's doing what she did in Whole Cake Island, like that was some Yonko level stuff, but like even that Zeus attack, people were surviving, and like she's not gonna just be blasting Kaido with attacks that Brook was tanking and fighting him with sheer physical ability and Iron Skin. She's gonna have other
tanking those attacks because he can't be electrocuted though.
Right. So I'm saying she's definitely gonna have even more potent, powerful stuff we haven't seen.
That's facts, man. Because I mean, some people would argue, like I know it was a dang going around. I kind of figured it too. What's up?
No, my bad. I just want to throw out. No, people don't understand. There's one thing about Kaido is Kaido's not undefeated. He's actually lost.
He's not. Defeated. I'm thinking he's kind of like how he's lost to the
other Yonko, and he's lost to the Marines several times.
Probably.
He's lost. No, not probably. Factually, he's lost and has been captured and been set up to be executed several times.
Well,
by
I'm
the
thinking
Marines and by other Yonko. It was part of the narration. It said Kaido's been
Yeah.
captured such and such times.
right,
He's been defeated such and such times. He's been set to be executed such and such times,
right.
but it all failed. The problem with Kaido is not that he's unbeatable or undefeatable, is that he's immortal. Genuinely
Yeah.
fucking
Right.
immortal.
Right.
Well, I'm thinking that Kaido got defeated. He got defeated so many times. Like, you know how Luffy got defeated by Crocodile Gru, got defeated by Crocodile Gru? I'm thinking the reason people say 1v1 bet on Kaido is because he's been defeated so many times, and then he found a way to overcome the way he had been defeated until he
Nah.
was
See,
No.
unstoppable. But
this
No,
is
no, no,
why I
no.
say he's immortal. This is why I say he's immortal,
Wait a
right?
minute.
Because here's the thing. If he wasn't immortal and he really wants to die, all he has to do is jump in the water and just kill himself.
well,
To be
we don't
honest.
technically know he has dove fruit.
Even to that extent, no, what I'm saying is like it's already been stated. The narration literally said Kaido has been defeated and captured by the Marines and other Yonko several times.
Exactly.
They just can't kill him. They've tried to. They tried to use a guillotine. They tried to impale him. They've literally tried to kill him. Like he's been captured, defeated, and set up to be executed several times. Kaido's not undefeated.
Right. And I'm thinking, Z-Boy, the reason he doesn't just jump into the ocean, like, you know how Jack got a dove fruit,
probably can't die.
But he's like half fishman. So I'm thinking, like, if Kaido's not just like completely immortal, he probably has some like fishman in him or something. So if he jumps in the ocean, he'll be sitting at the bottom of the ocean, but there's not going to be any animals that can kill him, and he's still breathing. So it won't help him at all.
Even with that being said, like, I mean, I know Oda takes things like very literally in a sense, like if he says Marco's a phoenix, then Marco's a phoenix. Like Marco could literally rebirth himself through fire. Like he's a literal bird made of fire. So like if Oda says Kaido's a dragon, I think he literally means that. And I've read a lot of lore and mythology where dragons are pretty much immortal and unkillable. So his immortality more than likely is just from the fact that he's a dragon, and even if he's drowning, he just won't die because he's a dragon, and dragons are immortal.
I think he probably is just a dragon because, like, his human form, one, isn't completely human, and two, like, how many stories are there where dragons can turn into humans, right? So
even if he's a human who ate a dragon devil fruit, what I'm saying is like if that's the case, Oda takes shit very literally. So if like Oda says dragons are immortal and Kaido ate a dragon devil fruit, Kaido was not immortal.
I just
because you know what I mean? Like from the same essence that fucking Marco, like I said, like Marco's a literal, not an exaggeration. He's a literal phoenix. Like that's what he actually is. Like he's a bird made of fire that can constantly reborn itself. So
yeah, I
like,
get you.
If Kaido's a dragon and dragons are immortal, then Kaido's just immortal now.
You know, it'd be kind of funny though. You know, it'd be kind of funny, like but if like thousands or so years ago, whenever Kaido was like younger, it was like something where it was like they create like a variant of like the human fruit, and he's just a dragon who ate like an artificial human fruit, and then something happens with Chomper, and he's like, "Is it some goofy moment?" I can see that.
Well, let me. What variant would he have had though? Because there's the normal one, and then there's the like normal one, like Chopper ate the basic one, and Sengoku has the Buddha one. So let's just like some kind of human fruit model, maybe Jesus or something. You know, like
no, maybe it's 21. Remember, people were saying that he might have eaten the human fruit model Oni because his human form looks like those Japanese demons, the Oni. So maybe he actually ate the human fruit model Oni when he was a dragon. So he's actually both.
That could be possible.
Yeah.
That could be possible, you know. The important takeaway is that Kaido's not undefeatable because he's lost several times. And Kaido's actually the only Yonko that we've known for a fact that has lost. I mean, outside of like Whitebeard, because Whitebeard died. But up until that point, there's no record of Whitebeard losing to anybody up until Marineford.
They kind of insinuated that he tied with Roger. Roger wasn't like beating him down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But they never said we've never been outright told, and then Roger beat the shit out of Whitebeard.
But you know what? If I know this ain't really a Kaido discussion, but if Kaido did eat the human fruit and he found out about the Rumble balls, that could be some very interesting plot points, like him trying to kidnap Chomper and stuff.
Literally any zone in the world would benefit from those balls, and I can't. it's crazy, man.
Yeah, like
because like Chopper, like what he did with the Rumble Balls is actually pretty amazing. Because like this is my theory. I think Chopper doesn't realize this, but I think that the Rumble Balls might force his Devil Fruit into awakening for a little bit. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Because like my theory on awakening,
there's no way Chopper wouldn't realize. I mean, I know what you mean, but like, you gotta keep in mind, like Chopper made those balls to do that. Like he knows what they do to him. Like even if he's not aware of the fact that the concept is this is called awakening, he knows what he's doing. Like because his particular branch of the human fruit, the basic one, gave him super hyper intelligence to the fact that like this fucking reindeer can now pick up any book and learn anything he feels like. Chopper's only a doctor because he got found by a doctor. People got to understand it. Like if he got found by Vegapunk, he'll be a mad scientist. You know what I mean? Like like he could literally understand anything. Like this is a genuine reindeer we're talking about. That's like 7 years old. It bit into a fruit and now it's picking up books, reading languages it couldn't possibly understand 10 minutes ago. And it's just learning advanced medicine.
Yeah,
that it took people their entire life to learn how to do, and he did it like in a week. Like because Devil Fruit makes him incredibly hyper. Like Chopper's an idiot. Like he's dumb because he's a reindeer, but he's also intelligent because he can learn anything he wants to. Like socially and logically, he's not that smart. You know, he doesn't know how to hide. You can easily lie to him because he's gullible. He's not that smart, but he's actually the smartest being on the planet at the same time.
In some ways, yeah. But someone brought up a good point in the comments, like, what if Big Mom knows how come Kaido can't die?
Right, because the thing is, Big Mom, I'm thinking about that favor she gave him, like, it could have been some of many things, like, maybe she could have, like, you know how he's been captured 40 times? She possibly could have busted him out one of those times, I don't know. But, like, the fact that her ability has to do with life, and he has the ability to not die, I think that possibly mean like she might know his weakness because they're too fundamental. Like the things that make them the most, like when you think of Big Mom, you think she's overpowered because she can do so many things with life. When you think of Kaido, you think he's overpowered because he can't die. So like, I think Big Mom might have a slight edge over him because of that.
Wow.
In some way we don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting. I never even thought about that.
But here, the only thing with that is I can see where that's going. But if Big Mom had a way to kill Kaido, Kaido would ask her to do it.
Oh yeah. True.
Yeah.
But like,
that's not a gag. Kaido is actually sick of being alive. Like Kaido actually wants to die. That's why he let Luffy pound on him. That's why he stood up and sighed because he was disappointed. He's like, okay, I guess I'm not dying today.
That's actually real good insight. I kind of thought it was like a sigh of like another brat, but that's actually really good insight. That probably was because it's like
I knew he was serious about dying. I knew that.
No, like he actually genuinely wants to die. Like you gotta keep in mind, like, okay, this is Kid Luffy, he did all this, blah blah blah, war the best, empire down, the government's afraid of him. He's talking all this hot shit, he beat up Flamingo. He might kind of probably think, you know, he might actually do it. He might actually come kill me and let me see what he got. So he's hitting them, and then he's hitting, and then Kaido's like, okay, well, let me turn back to my human form. Maybe he could do more damage. And then no, he's still hitting them, and then Kaido stood up. He's like, oh well,
hey,
let me end this fight.
I think Moria probably gonna kill Kaido.
Hey,
I think
Blue, Mochi wants a link.
Oh, Mochi, yeah. Let me get him in
like,
here.
You know, let me
Mochi
acting
different.
This guy's not gonna kill me. Yeah, think about how disappointed Kaido was. Like he literally stood up and said, you know, he was letting Luffy do his work. Luffy wasn't speed blitzing Kaido or nothing like that. Like he was just letting Luffy do his work, and then he realized, oh, I guess he's not gonna kill me. Oh well, let me just end the fight now with one fucking swing.
I think Moria might like end up taking out Kaido, not taking him out, but like once he's down, like once Kaido's been like on the ground, like even though Kaido's immortal, if the sun is melting him, I'm not sure. I think that might be one way he could die. Like I know a lot of people say that, but like I'm thinking that could actually be it.
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe Big Mom can take on a Moria zombies and give it a soul.
You know what I think is actually going to end up happening with Kaido? I mean, this is my speculation. My speculation is I think Blackbeard's going to be the one to end up killing Kaido, but not like in a fight. I think Kaido's gonna let Blackbeard kill him. And in the sense is like, because we know for some reason, Blackbeard's darkness fruit allows him to absorb anything, like even other devil fruit powers, and he could take them away. Well, he's got the strongest Logia and he's got the strongest Paramecia. Well, the strongest Zoan clearly has to be Kaido. So what if Blackbeard goes up to Kaido and he's like, "Hey, yo, like what?" I mean, Kaido clearly has to be the strongest Logia. But what I'm saying is, because if his Logia, if his Zoan makes him immortal, that's the strongest Zoan, no matter how you look at it.
Well,
but
yeah,
like,
no, I'm saying it depends whether he's a dragon who ate some variety of the human fruit, or whether he's a human that ate the dragon.
Well,
fruit.
It depends on that. Yeah, like, so let's say if he ate the dragon fruit and the dragon fruit makes him immortal. If I get the genuine feeling that Blackbeard could just come up to Kaido, like, I'm pretty sure, like, at the end of Wano, Kaido's gonna win. Like, he's gonna wash everybody because he can't fucking die, and then Blackbeard's gonna show up. Yeah, he's like, "Hey, yo, Kaido, like, hey, if you're really sick of being alive, I can take that away from you."
Yeah,
and like,
I don't
literally
think so.
take it away from you. I'm not saying this will. I'm just saying this is.
Oh, hey, Mochi, what's up?
I'm not saying this is what will happen. I'm saying this is just my interpretation of how the story's unfolding so far. Blackbeard already has the strongest Paramecia and the strongest Logia. It would make a lot of sense for him to also want the strongest Zoan to make him show he's completely unstoppable. If Kaido does have the strongest Zoan and Zoan makes him immortal, and Blackbeard says, "Hey, if you're really sick of being alive, I can take that away from you. I just want your devil fruit," and Kaido generally wants to. I don't see why he would even argue with Teach about it. He's like, "Yeah, if you can do it, do it."
No, I see. See, I can see that happening, but I don't think it would be in that way where like Blackbeard be like, "Don't worry, buddy. I know you want to die. I'll help you out." Then he'll be like, "Zah, ha, 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 I can take your life away."
I'm not saying they're on some friendly terms. I'm just saying, like, Kaido actually wants to die. If Blackbeard could come and say, "Hey, I have a surefire way I can take away your immortality,"
I don't think he'll do that. I think he'll take it by force. I don't think he'll.
What I'm saying is, why would he need to do it by force? Kaido actually wants to die. So what I'm saying is, like, why would he fight him?
Oh yeah, you're right.
I can see him doing that. Maybe.
But why would he need to do it by force?
That's what I'm saying.
Mochi, what
did you say, Mochi? Right. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. What Mochi said. After he's
I can see that happening when the Straw Hats do stuff. Maybe Blackbeard, after he takes Whole Cake, and he goes to maybe Wano or whatever Kaido is, and just kills him.
Right.
Or takes
thinking that Kaido's been defeated.
I don't see why Kaido would fight him. You know what I mean?
I'm saying he wouldn't fight him. I'm saying that Kaido, because the thing is, as you said, Kaido has been defeated 7 times and has been set up for execution 40 times. So what that means is that Kaido, he can't die as far as we know, but he can be restrained. So if Luffy and whoever else, like if Luffy defeats him 1v1 or he has help, whatever, if Kaido gets taken down and like he's lying and he's like in the Marine's custody, or he's just like lying on the ground defeated, and then Blackbeard pulls up and he's like, "Yo, I can kill you. Do you want me to kill you?" And Kaido's like, "Yes, please do." And then Blackbeard does it and takes his fruit. That's what me and Mochi are kind of saying.
Oh yeah. Because I guess from the point of in that sense I can hear that. Because I was just saying, like, if Blackbeard offered Kaido the genuine way to take away his immortality, I don't see why Kaido will argue with him on it.
Yeah, I don't see why Kaido would just be like that. Sure.
Yeah.
Unless
his wanting to have a giant war matters more to him than even dying, then yeah, I can see that happening. But
well, I'm assuming I can't prove it, but I'm assuming Kaido only wants this giant war because he assumes it's the only way he can bring about his death.
That's what I'm. That makes sense. That makes sense.
You don't think he's like
that one is going to be a giant war?
Blood night though, like a blood night. You know what a blood night is?
Nah.
What's that?
Cricket. Okay. Blood night is basically someone who loves like fighting.
Right.
Okay.
But also,
you don't think he's a blood knight?
No, I think he wants to die.
Oh,
but bringing...
no. I'm more than certain it's all about dying with Kaido right now.
Me too. But bringing the conversation back to Big Mom, since we have a new opinion here, Mochi, how strong do you think 5-year-old Big Mom was?
I mean, didn't we already see her strength? We already saw her fight against the giants.
What?
Right, but like, how strong were the giants, and how strong would she be? Like, would she be first hand, admiral, second hand? Like, what do you think?
I don't know. I'll say maybe third, maybe like below Jack. Definitely, I'll say that. She's definitely not in the commander level. I mean, her bounty was what, 50? Was it 50 million?
Yes. But we're kind of
So-
thinking that probably wasn't having to do with her destruction of Elbaf, because like just the danger factor
They probably had
from
no
having
idea.
from having the desire to kill and destroy that many people or giants, whatever they may be, no matter how strong you are, they would give her a higher bounty for the danger factor, I feel like. So I feel like her bounty probably wasn't factoring into that.
Yeah, I'd say.
Well, and also, I mean, the bounty it's all knowledge based. So if the Marines doesn't know she did it, they can't give her a bounty for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why I think Blackbeard's bounty is so low, because the highest bounty Blackbeard has taken out without help, besides Whitebeard, was Marco. And if Marco's bounty is like, say, 1.6 billion, they would only be able to give Blackbeard a bounty based on his danger factor and taking out Marco.
Mochi, did you finish your point?
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know, to be honest.
Okay.
I wasn't really paying attention for the whole Big Mouth flashback. That was pretty boring. I don't remember half.
Well, I just want to touch on the body things. I was in the SBS, but like Otis, he said something along the lines of like bodies are there to measure threat level to the establishment of the world government, not necessarily the power level.
It's not necessarily just the power level
of the person in general. It's how much of a threat they are to the world government's order, not how powerful they are. Which is why like they could say that's why they would give like Usopp such a ridiculous bounty, because as far as they know, Usopp is just the one person that pissed off Doflamingo more than anybody else in the world.
Right, he did though. I think he would. Because someone so weak just destroy his entire organism.
And that's part of. I think that's part of the reason why the whole thing on NL, like people are like, he's weak because Oda said he'd only have a 500 million belly bounty, but like NL, like his goal was to destroy the Sky Islands and go to the moon, so like he'd be wreaking havoc for the world government, but I don't think he'd necessarily like be out to get them.
I don't think that's weak. In fact, I'll argue that's too strong, because NL's durability wasn't even that much, and it's like hockey is rare, but it's so many people with it as well that honestly I don't think his bounty. Destructive capacity wise, destructive capacity wise, yes, I would say his bounty is that strong. But like if hockey didn't exist, I'll say it's 500 mil. But since hockey exists and he doesn't have a crazy amount of durability, at least pre-time skip, I think that bounty is like way too high. I just
want to add to that. Hold on, we don't want to
go into
sleep on anybody.
What's up?
Huh?
Nani?
Oh, my bad. No, something happened in my roommate with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, like you don't want to really sleep on anybody who.
No, I was serious. Like there's an actual fire.
There's a fire? What are you talking about?
Oh shoot! You better get out.
Oh, dang.
Well, we got in the stream. It's a fire.
No, never mind. It's good. We're good.
Okay.
The fire is gone, dude. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to sleep on literally anyone, because I say Inaru has low durability. I think it's kind of a low ball, because anybody who could take punches from Luffy doesn't have low durability.
Right.
You gotta understand. Like you gotta think about just the insane raw strength feats Luffy showed pre-time skip. That's why he was fighting people. His strength feats were astronomically more insane than anything. Like it took Luffy hitting Inaru so hard that he shattered a giant gold ball and gold pillars to knock.
And that was basically Gear 3rd, if you think about it. Like that was kind of Gear 3rd foreshadow. Except it was like,
I mean, like what I'm saying is like Luffy hits hard. Luffy hits really fucking hard. Inaru got hit by a rifle, a bazooka, an octopus gatling. Like most people will be done after like one of those.
And also, don't forget that Inaru's hockey, like people forget this, but his hockey was like almost Katakuri level in a different respect. He's not seen the future, but you guys watch Hunter x Hunter, right?
Yeah.
You guys watch Hunter x Hunter, right? Or Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
He basically had a gigantic end. Like, what I'm saying is he could sense anybody in like a 2-mile radius, and that is insanely powerful.
Well, my question is, why weren't the world government in the Sky Island?
Probably because
If you have
it was just kind of
like, if they're controlling the whole world and stuff, wouldn't they? They definitely know about the Sky Island. So
right.
them going after, because you have characters that end up trying to take over the moon and stuff like that, like powerful people and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe they should be in the islands as well.
Probably just because
they should at least have some information.
It's kind of. I guess it's kind of hard to get up there because if you think about it, Kaido, how did Yaruj get on the Sky Islands? I don't know, but he's from the Sky Islands, and Kaido had to fly up 10,000 feet as a dragon. Well, I assume he's still up there as a dragon to get on there. So, like, I think it's probably too much a hassle for them right now because the Sky Islands are chilling, doing their own business, and barely even.
I mean,
they didn't even know rubber existed. So I think they're just not worth the world government's time right now.
Maybe, but they found ways to go to the calm belt. So they could have easily found ways to get out. Luffy found ways in like what? How many was it? Like a week or so to get out to this island?
Yes, D-Boy, what do you think about that?
I don't know, man, but okay, if we're gonna go with NL strength, how good do you think he's doing against a 5-year-old Big Mom?
NL?
Yeah.
NL, I think NL is destroying 5-year-old Big Mom because the fact that the problem with the Sky Islands is it didn't maximize his hockey enough, but if he's able to sense anyone in like a mile radius, like he would be able to dodge Big Mom pretty easy. He's fast as lightning. And at that time, Big Mom didn't really have speed so much as brute strength.
Enderu should be the second fastest character in One Piece.
And dodging her and all that. I think he's just too fast for her.
But Enderu should be the second fastest character in One Piece, bar none. Nobody should be able to move as fast as Enderu and Kizaru. And Kizaru should be fast, and Kizaru is faster than Enderu. But what I'm saying is like Enderu, off the fact that he's literally made of lightning, should be the second fastest character in One Piece.
Right.
No. I mean, the character in One Piece is just ridiculously fast because Luffy dodged lightning bolts 3 times. But
no. There's reacting and dodging something, and then there's moving as fast as something. It's not the same thing.
Oh yeah, that's facts.
So lightning moves at a speed of 60,000 miles per second. You see what I'm saying? Like that means Enderu moving as fast as lightning can move as fast as lightning. Meaning Enderu could literally lap the United States like 3 times in a second.
Right. I mean,
Luffy's not doing that. I don't care how you look at it. Luffy can't do that.
Yeah, that's true. I guess. Yeah, I was trying to go back to Big Mom thing, but like, yeah, NL probably is destroying 5-year-old Big Mom simply because. Well,
look, we gotta be real rap. If Enderu wasn't. Well, I'm pretty sure the rubber fruit existed in the Sky Island, so that would be a moot point. But let's say he wasn't born on the Sky Islands, he was born in the Blue Sea, and then he still had that devil fruit, assuming he could find it down there, and he had his same goal in mind. The people are dying, dramatically. His money would be way higher than 500 million. I don't think Oda thought that through because he literally can just wipe islands off the map from miles and miles away. Like, I'll put it to you this way: it would be so easy, so effortlessly easy. From like 7 islands away for Enderu just to wipe Mary Jo off the map. It's just gone. There'll be nothing you can. It'll just be gone.
If nobody saw him coming and didn't take him out, like he'd just be using Kingdom Come and like he'd be destroying that whole section of the Grand Line. I think because Kingdom Come is a very underrated attack. Because NL, I think like if he had just a little bit of training, like better hockey, he could be like Emerald level because like he literally made a Sengoku, like Sengoku's Buddha statue.
I think he is Emerald level. I'm pretty sure he was Emerald level because on top of, I mean, Luffy only beat him because he made a rubber. We gotta understand, it washed everybody.
No, that's not the only reason. That's not the only reason he beat him.
He would one-shot Luffy if Luffy wasn't rubber because what?
No, that is the only reason. Yeah, if Luffy wasn't made of rubber, then just like Zoro, just like Sanji and Robin and Wiper and everybody else, Luffy, if he was not made of rubber, would have been one-shotted by Enderu.
No. Okay. No. This is why when people say that, I'd be like, nah, man, because the thing is, The reason why Enderu lost wasn't just because of rubber. It was because he was too weak, bro. He has to work on his physical stats. He should not. Luffy is strong.
No, hold on.
Hold on.
You're downplaying the hell out of Enderu. You got to understand. Enderu was the first person in the series we seen to dead ass stop Luffy's Gatling in his tracks,
bro.
Enderu does not. Hold on. When I'm saying Enderu does not have low stats, his stats are incredible physically. Even when Enderu realized, oh, okay, I can't hurt you by hitting you, and I can't hurt you by zapping you, he was still fighting Luffy. He's like, bro, there's other ways I can hurt you. Enderu's not a bitch. Like you're lowballing the hell out of Enderu right now. There's nothing about Enderu that makes him a bitch.
Come on, man. It's pre-time skip Luffy without gears. Come on, bro.
No, but don't forget that.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. So pre-time skip Luffy without gears still punched a man so hard that he literally punched him through solid bedrock under the city and then leveled the entire downtown area city. And then he kept going into the atmosphere and landed several miles away. Luffy is strong. I didn't say hold on. Wait, no, I'm not done. Luffy punched a hole in a tsunami. Luffy shattered solid gold. Luffy pushed down 2 skyscrapers with absolutely no leverage. Luffy's not weak.
Listen.
There's a big difference.
It doesn't matter who you are if you get hit hard. No, what I'm saying, it doesn't matter if you get hit hard. I'll put it this way: if Luffy could have hit Kuzan with that Gum Storm, Kuzan would have felt it. It's just the fact that Luffy had no way to get around that. Luffy's not a weakling. Crocodile realized that as soon as Luffy was able to hit him, he was like, "Oh, this kid's not fucking weak. Holy shit, this kid hits really fucking hard. Right. This kid hits really, really hard. Enderu's not a bitch. Luffy just hits incredibly hard. But what I'm saying is, Luffy wasn't made of rubber. That fight would have never happened. It wouldn't have went that long. Luffy would have been immediately one-shotted the second he showed up.
And also, don't forget that NL, he had like.
So yes, he only won because he only won because he's made of rubber. Enderu is not a bitch. You need to really go look at Sky Island and really watch what Enderu was doing. Like outside his lightning never power, he had observation hockey, and he was physically keeping up with Luffy. He was keeping up with Luffy, who is not a bitch.
So what about if it was right now? Luffy right now versus Enel. Right now.
I don't.
No, it depends.
I actually don't believe that.
Can you let me say this for a sec? The thing is, Enderu, when he fought Luffy, he had Zip, Zero, and Zilch's understanding of what was not on the Sky Island. So, like, in his mind, like, even his hockey, he thought he was, like, basically the only person who could do this. He thought that lightning could destroy all, because, like, even people with super strong hockey can be, like, blocking the lightning. But Enderu, he's, like, been up there for 2 years now, and since he has a much understanding of what rubber is, what Luffy is, like, he has... He has a better understanding.
How do we know he's improved?
I don't want to speak on that because I don't know what Enderu's done for the last 2 years. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is though, what I'm saying is, I don't know what Enderu's been doing for the last 2 years, but he was already physically a beast. Like I said, he was the first person, in the series to literally stop Luffy's Gatling. Like it was nothing. He literally, he was looking like, what are you doing? He caught his hands, he slammed him down. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, Enderu's not a bitch. He's on his games physically. He has good perception. He has good agility. He has good strength. On top of that, he has a lightning root, and he has observation hockey. This is a pre-time skip. Enderu would have watched Lucci. He would have watched Crocodile. He would have watched everybody Luffy fought against pre-time skip.
I agree. He's beating Lucci because Lucci didn't seem to have hockey, but. Now that he's beating Lucci when it comes to physical stats, because Lucci, it took Gear Second and Gear Third to fight Lucci, and it didn't take that to fight NL.
I'm not saying.
That's because NL was, like
NL is my favorite villain in the entire series. I think he's the coolest villain.
With the way you lowball him,
I don't think pre-time skip he was like a monster when it comes to physical stats because
he was a monster.
See a lot of times
I wouldn't say
he was.
He was a monster, but not Admiral level.
Even if he didn't have the same comparable physical stat, all Lucci has is physicality. Of course, his physical stats are higher than Enderu. But like, even if he doesn't have that, his overall package, everything Enderu can do, that's Admiral level. There's no way you can deny that. He can wipe violence off the map. Like,
I think that Enderu, his
hold on, come on. Yeah, observation hockey he can keep up with base Luffy pre-time skip, which is not easy. Like base Luffy was not a bitch. Like base Luffy pre-time skip was really not weak. So he can keep up with
raw
that.
power.
That's not doesn't mean he's admiral level.
Well, I don't. Yeah,
Rob
Mochi. I
Luffy
don't think
washed
it's admiral level.
Luffy, and
I
he
don't
was
think
in his base form.
Dude, nobody's
because
very few people are tanking attacks from Inaru. Very few.
Right.
Very few people.
Inaru's raw power was admiral level, let's say, but his control, he had great control, but he'd need like more control before because his inexperience was his downfall.
There's a lot
like
of factors. There's a lot of factors.
His raw power can take on Aokiji, but like Aokiji's just smarter in battle. Like I'm saying, Inaru's tactics would need to be a bit better. But like in terms of raw power, I'd say yeah, he was admiral level.
Yo,
because,
Blue, check it
there's
out.
advanced observation haki.
He was an island
Almond
busted
haki and stuff like that.
Hockey user. He was an island busted. He was a hockey user. The enemy was not a bitch. He was
Armament
a hockey
hockey, but he didn't have armament hockey, which was a very big problem. If he had armament hockey, even without better control, yeah, he's 100% admiral level. But armament hockey is the worst reason for hockey from saying that.
Yo, Blue, check it out.
And advanced observation. That was less muscle.
If Inaru stats, because like I don't believe nobody does nothing for 2 years. You know what I mean? So like so you take Inaru stats and you just decrease them as much as say you increase like Lucci's or Luffy's at the time skip. So let's say theoretically, if Inaru does have armament hockey on top of his observation right now, he's washing a lot of people. Because that means even Lucci can't avoid his attacks anymore.
Observation was it wasn't not like it. I wouldn't say it was like the normal observation hockey.
Yeah, his observation hockey, in my opinion, is the second strongest we have seen in this series.
Yeah, definitely. His observation hockey is crazy, bro.
No, Inaru was listening. He was using his observation to hear people on different sky islands. His observation range is nuts.
That was at least 2 miles, like he was hearing. Like he was able to sense people. Like people finna be saying Inaru's trash, and they're like 2 islands over, and has the control to strike them exactly where they are from like 2 islands over.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. He's crazy.
Nobody gonna sit here and lowball Inaru in front of me, bro. Inaru's a monster. That is Luffy won because he's being a rubber.
I lowball his physical stats. I lowball his physical stats. I didn't lowball his observation. His observation is insane. Like, his observation is crazy.
It's insane, but he needs to train at the same time.
He needs to train, bro. Like his physical stats, he needs to get some armament hockey, some king. I think he definitely get King's hockey.
Well, his stats were about as good as Luffy's were. Okay, let's go back. Let me go back through this list.
I know how strong Luffy is. Free. He was strong. He was stronger than most people, even pre. But like, okay, Emerald's not okay. He's not fighting pre Emerald's not fighting Emeralds. He's not fighting. I don't think he's fighting Dofi.
Hold on. The only reason why that is though, I don't know about Dofi, but the only reason why Pre-Inaru can't defeat an Admiral is because, as far as we know, he's only an observation user. Meaning he literally can't hit him. That's the only reason why he loses. Exactly. That's it. That's the only reason why he loses.
Pre-Inaru is definitely beating Doflamingo. He's beating Hancock. He's beating Jinbei. He's beating.
I'm not saying he's gonna outright defeat them, but to say that he has no chance against Hancock like Jinbei, I'm not. You know, I mean, I think they can. I think they could do something because Jinbei, Doflamingo, Hancock, they all have hockey, which means they can hurt Inaru. They can. So it all just depends on how effectively they can dodge lightning.
Like you gotta have that speed to keep up with someone who's moving.
No. You don't need now with observation hockey. You don't need speed. You need reactions.
There's a lot of characters faster than what he was because if we going by power scale and knowing what Luffy was back then, how he was dodging the lightning.
Well, that's
what I'm saying. Hold on. See, here's the thing.
Yeah, reacting. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people are reacting that fast.
There's reacting, and then there's movement speed. When it comes to movement, the only person in One Piece faster than Inaru is Kizaru.
Yeah. But also, don't forget that if we see Inaru, and don't ask me how this became an Inaru discussion, but streamers just take you where they take you.
Bro, that's why I DM you, bro. That's why I DM you.
If Inaru if he comes pre-time skip, don't remember, he literally has an army of moon people behind him. Not pre-time skip, post-time skip.
Oh, the moon people? Oh, we gonna scale the moon people?
No, we
have no.
That's just too hard. That's too hard. But that was just a comment.
Yo, but Blue, I had DM you, bro. You wanted to start off a second stream. I told you to take your DMs, man.
Yeah, but
yeah, the moon people, bro. We don't know, man. I mean, M Summer's from the moon, so there's no telling how strong they are.
right.
Well, do you guys think that Anno's gonna come back?
You don't want to do too much scaling on people you have literally no information on. Like, you know, you don't want to, because then it's all shot in the dark at that point.
Yeah, I think M Summer's the guy of the verse, but I guess that's a discussion for another day, I guess.
Yeah. And actually, I'm gonna have to end the stream here because I gotta do some stuff, and I'm on a time crunch. Sadly,
that's all good, bro. Invite me to the next one, man. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Streams are some of the funnest times, and
we didn't talk about how Big One's trash yet.
What did you say?
We didn't talk about how Big One's trash yet.
Anyways, yeah, man. So yeah, people.
I'm gonna try. I'll invite you guys if you're around, and yep. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to all of these guys. Subscribe to Mochi, subscribe to Soul, subscribe to Zboy, and also subscribe to Second Kazaku because he's got good content. And I'll see you.